All right, everyone, welcome to episode 15 of Q&A with Coach. I got my buddy Scott Jones here from Athlete on Fire, and I'm really excited to talk about listening to your body and what that actually means. All right, our question today is, what does listening to your body actually mean? And I think this is a really great question for runners who are just getting started with running. So if you're a beginner, you probably read this, in different places, and you're not really sure what this actually means. So, I guess for me, I think listening to your body really means being in tune with how you're feeling on any given day. That means listening to your breathing pattern. That means listening to your fatigue levels. How do your legs feel when you're running? If you're trying to do a workout and you feel terrible, should you still do that workout? Making those kind of decisions on the fly is really important when it comes to listening to your body. So, Scott, I want to hear your perspective. You work with a lot of private clients, all walks of life, so I'm sure you have a lot of interesting perspectives on this.
Yeah. So when I'm talking about listening to your body, really it's taking inventory. So that's the terminology that I use with athletes that I've worked with for years. And at any point during a run or at any point during a workout, you can stop for a second and just take inventory. It doesn't mean that you have to literally stop, but it means that if you're not feeling as good as you usually do, or if you're feeling better than you usually do, it's good to know what makes you feel good on those good days as well. So an inventory for a runner might be, if I stopped right now, what would I actually feel like? Am I getting tired because I'm bored, or am I getting tired because I'm fatigued? There's a huge difference. I think beginning runners a lot of times stop before they need to. They stop and then they have a conversation like nothing's even happened. So being able to listen to the cues that your body's giving you at certain points during a run is really important. Being able to tell what your heart rate feels like at certain efforts, what your breathing feels like at certain efforts is really important for a runner to really grow.
Yeah, and I think you brought up some really good points there with listening to your heart rate, your breathing, like how your legs are feeling. These are things that sometimes take a lot of time to really understand. And so if you're a new runner and you're out there it's your fourth time running, it's going to be really hard to listen to your body because you're not really sure what your body is telling you. It's speaking a different language that you're not used to speaking. And it takes a long time for you to really understand that language. And so, practically speaking, listening to your body means that if you're trying to do a faster workout or you're trying to do a long run and you're experiencing some pain and you're experiencing more fatigue than you should be experiencing for that given workout or long run, then you need to pause and kind of take inventory of, well, should I be doing this long run today? Is it a good idea for me to attempt this workout if, my trick knee is giving me some problems? So I think it's constantly evaluating how you're feeling, how your body is responding to the stress that you're putting it under, whether that's a hard workout or even a strength workout too.
Yeah. And you're not looking for a reason to quit. That's not what it is. I think a lot of people think when you're saying listen to your body, you're looking for anything that can go wrong just so you have a reason to stop. And that's really not what it is. If you run on uneven surfaces, like realizing that you're on an uneven surface and being able to move yourself away a little bit, I'm sure you've had like that little cramp when you're running on something that's just slightly graded for a period of time. When maybe your hip flexor, your hip is getting really tight, you can look and know from experience that your form, maybe your backside mechanics are a little off on that side of your body. Maybe your front side is off, and you sat for a little bit longer than you usually do. I don't know. I'm not a great runner, but I'm an experienced runner, and I can tell within 5 or 10 seconds what my pace is at any given time when I'm out there. I'm sure since you've been running for so long, so you get so in tune to every little feedback that you get from your runs that you get really in tune to yourself when you're out there.
Yeah, you do, and you really start understanding what certain paces feel like while you're running them, but also what certain paces should feel like. So, after, I've been running for close to 20 years, it makes me feel like an old man, but you really do understand, okay, what does 8-minute pace feel like? What does 7-minute pace feel like? What does 6-minute pace feel like?
What does 8-minute
Exactly. There's all those variables that you have to take into consideration. And you're absolutely right. Listening to your body isn't just looking for excuses to quit. It means looking for valid reasons to quit, not necessarily excuses. And I think there's a really important distinction there that most runners should listen to.
I can go checklist really quick. So you go internal checklist, external checklist. External is your form and structurally, like, how are you feeling? You know, go and for your external, go from your base up. How do your feet feel? And this is for like when you get into your longer runs, especially. But even on a shorter, quick run, and you just want to make sure your biomechanics are good. How do your feet feel at contact? How are they coming off the ground? I always talk about running quick instead of running hard. Picking those feet up off the ground as quick as they can. Are your knees and your hips feeling normal? Are you able to turn over as well as you want to? Are you engaging your core when you need to? Are you getting slouchy? Are you upright? Are you relaxing your shoulders? Are you driving your arms? Is there any vertical or horizontal displacement? And you can just work your way up. And a lot of stuff you learn after coaching for a while, but that's a really quick, like literally 20-second inventory. And then your internal is you've got to take the temperature on what your mental state is as well. Do you feel good? Are you positive? Are you stressed? Are you hydrated? Has your nutrition been good all day long? And you take all of that together, and it happens like that, and you get this feedback so that you can run well. You can run for a long time without really getting hurt and performing better over time.
Right, and listening to your body definitely goes both ways. You know, you need to make sure that you're listening to any aches or pains that you're experiencing, but also you need to listen to your body. If it's giving you the all clear to run really hard, then maybe it's time to listen to your body. You know, for example, there's some runners that I coach that get 2/3 of the way through a race at their goal pace, and they end up thinking to themselves, I'm going to easily beat my goal for this race. You're listening to your body is telling you that your goal pace is 100% achievable. Now it's time to pick up the pace and actually challenge yourself and see how far under your goal that you can actually get. So it certainly goes both ways, and I think ultimately it comes down to running consistently, running a variety of workouts on a variety of different types of terrain to really understand how your body responds to different types of stresses.
Yeah.
All right. As you can see, we are outside today. We got some mountains in the background. I wish it was a little more clear so you guys could see this. It's absolutely stunning. Denver is in the background. Really, really fun out here today. But now that the sun is out and I'm pouring sweat, it's time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching episode 15 of Q&A with Coach. If you want your question answered on the show, just tweet it to me on Twitter. My handle's Jason Fitz1, and you can follow Scott, Athlete on Fire.
Yep, Athlete on Fire, everywhere.
All right, guys, thanks for watching.